Well, everyone, another video far from the last one. I've actually been making attempts for a few months now to make one, but I made one a couple months, not even a couple months ago, like literally less than a week ago. But the quality came out absolutely horrible. It was a great video, but the quality came out, the color was all bad. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was just the fact that it rained like 2 days before and everything was just a little bit damp, but just I couldn't post that to YouTube and expect respect. I mean, let me rephrase that. Respect a positive response. So I bought a new camcorder. Here's my old one, the SR88 that I bought a while back, 2009 I think. I think I just got my 90 truck, my gray one. And now I got a oh my gosh, it's a CX230. I remember the C and I remember the 230, but not the X. Which is coincidental. My digital camera is a CR230. Pretty sure it's a W230. Excuse me, it's a W230. And my Mercedes is a 230. All by chance, huh? Anyways, let's see if I can get this video done better. Anyways, updates. Tent trailer. Not really anything going on up there. Just been parked here ever since probably this fall. It needs wheel bearings on both sides, but other than that, it's ready to roll. They just squeak, and I have to tool it packed them. It's just I don't want to do it. It's messy, and it's my dad keeps saying it's his trailer, so I kind of want to make him do it, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, nothing's really wrong with it. And the boat, which I actually took it up to the lake, but I didn't put it in the lake for, well, two reasons. I was towing it with the Subaru, which isn't a very good tow car for long distances, at least in hills. And I was afraid I might have trouble getting it out of the lake without frying the clutch. Which that's clutch number. So it's the third clutch, and I've driven it with two good clutches. I bought it with a bad clutch, so. And it had bad wheel bearings. This wheel actually was just, it's so much play in it. I was afraid of water going there and displaced more grease and made the bearings run hotter. That wheel was going to come off. I was over 200 miles from home. I didn't really want to take that chance, so instead of replacing the bearing, I just replaced the whole hub assembly, and I went with the smaller tires because the bigger tires I just didn't like how close they were to the wheel well. I really didn't. I had P265s on it when I got it, and I went to a P155, and I think I'm the happiest with these old bias ply tires, the old 4 lugs, which used to actually be on this tent trailer. The same exact rims and tires used to be on there. I bought another set of wheels off Craigslist from some dude in Hayward, but two of the 3 tires were shot. One tire was decent enough where I kept it as a spare, and coincidentally there was one real bad tire on the tent trailer that I wouldn't really want to reuse on this trailer anyways, a spare, coincidentally also. Well, I suspect that tire was a spare because it didn't match the other two. So, now that I got the hubs all done, maybe next summer I'll take it out. We'll see what happens. I should cover this boat up, but whatever. I want to make an anchor. I have an old rim sitting in the boat. We'll see if I ever make the effort to do that. Tires tire stand. Custom made. Old Super Swampers. I found I like the Super Swampers the best because they had the thickest sidewall. And basically you can go and just, yeah, it's a go anywhere tire now. Wow, that just sounded totally messed up or out of place. It was like the thickest sidewall and it's going to crunch the least and, you know, be good. I was just afraid if it got enough water in the boat that it was actually just going to the wheel would want to turn down there and just hit the Ranchero. That would suck. And then you're stuck in a situation where you can't even hook it up without messing up the Ranchero more. The Subaru, nothing wrong with it. I just haven't driven it much. I've only put, what was it? 7,000 miles on it since I put the clutch in it. Just don't really care about it anymore. Well, I care about it, just not as much as I used to. I do care about it enough to be entertaining buying a set of Yokohama Geolandar ATS tires for it. They're like truck all-terrains. They make it in this tire size, and I want to make this thing at all go anywhere car. So if I take it to the snow, it won't get stuck. I hope. This thing has like 225 on the odometer, almost 226. Miles away from turning over. And as for this thing, I think I told you guys I put a trailer hitch on it again. And here's the, well, it has 4 just mixed match tires on it. I think I said I did that so I you know, I wouldn't be wasting my brand new Yokohama tires on it, which are coincidentally the tires I'm buying for the Subaru. I like them so much on this truck. I was so impressed with their traction. I want it. I want them, you know. Anyways, found this tire behind a tire shop repair. Still probably good for the road. Don't know why they got rid of it. This one's full of cracks. This one's also from behind the tire shop. The rim I found on the side of the road. Here's a tire I actually found behind a tire shop also. I've had this tire for years and years. I actually ran it on this truck for like 5 years with the sidewall plugged like this and never had any problems. Just I did have a couple of them literally back themselves out and I had to replace it, but other than that, no problems with the sidewall blowing out. So anyways, I'll probably get flared on about that, but who cares? And here's the back tire, which is actually, in my opinion, has the best traction. Granted, it does have almost brand new tread, but came with a GMC we had. Spare tire. Before I got rid of it, I gutted it, and the spare tire I kept, and I put it on the Trooper because the Trooper needed a tire, and it quickly developed cracks once you put it up to highway speed and stuff. You kind of see some of them, but anyways, yeah, just for safety reasons, we just bought another tire before this one blew out. But this tire just grabs so well. One of the best grabbing tires I've had in a while. I mean, that was literally just in the trash, going to be thrown away. I mean, it's up there with an all-terrain. So, we'll see how that tire lasts, but It does have that bulge, which I need to replace because it is getting kind of big. Of course, it's the best tire on the car. Nothing wrong with this one, just like I said, I can't put it on my insurance because if you get too many cars on your insurance, then they start to think you're running a dealership or auto wreckers or whatever. That's why I haven't completed finishing this one. And I didn't even complete telling you everyone about the story on it. We did all new brakes, new rotors, new everything but drums and calipers. I bought a new catalytic converter, which I believe is the problem because if you look underneath, you can definitely tell that catalytic converter is undersized. Should go all the way out to about there. And I think it's just not big enough to run efficient. That's why it's failing smog. It was hard to get smog the time before, and the guy really worked on it to get it to almost pass. So we'll fix it someday. The motor still burns oil like a sieve though, so that'll be a project for another day also. And like I said, nothing really going on up here. Not really driven. Can't put it on the insurance or register it because the insurance company I have will only let you have so many names, cars under your insurance before they'll cancel you under your name. But they'll let you open up another account under your name and social security number. No problem. But you just gotta be careful what you put on that new policy. And when you question them about it, they'll fight with you over the phone. And this one, I want to fix. It's just it mainly needs a little bit of brake work, a teeny bit of electrical work, carburetor work, and clutch parts, clutch master and slave cylinders, satchel assemblies, which they no longer make. They only make the rebuild kits, so too expensive. Cheapest one I was able to find was $200 for just a slave cylinder. So anyways, this one finally was able to get it registered and everything. My god, that was a hassle. So failing smog, pretty bad. We did a head gasket over the summer on it. Well, we didn't hook up something right. Either I didn't do it or my buddy didn't do it. We both did it, but there are vacuum lines that weren't hooked up, and granted they are worn out vacuum lines and maybe they pop themselves off, but that's just making it so the air injection system for the catalytic converter wasn't working right. I don't know if I introduced you to my new bumper or not, but bought last year. I'm sure I did. I bought it with my tax refund check, so basically I rear-ended someone and it slightly messed up my car. Their car's worse off, thank God, but it's horrible when your car's the worst one. But now if I ever hit anything, a deer or another car, my car's going to have less damage than theirs. Almost guaranteed. That's it's a semi-truck. And of course I got the bench seat. I've added in. Got it from Pick and Pull off at 89 two-wheel drive. The seat's kind of ripped, so that's why I have the cover. I bought the seat cover on eBay, and coincidentally it matches the truck's paint code. So awesome. And of course I got my awesome gear shift knob, and I fixed it so that knob will stay in the correct spot. Just put the old castle nut on from probably a ball joint or something. Awesome. I've been putting a lot of miles on this thing lately. hoping to hit 270 before the end of the year. Sorry, I'm tripping over stuff. That's why the video's shaky. One of these days I need to... Even though these tires have good tread, the rubber's just old, so... Starting to motivate myself to buy new tires and keeping an eye on them. And when they get real bad, I'm just going to replace both the back ones with some BF Goodrich All-Terrains, and maybe if I feel ambitious, I'll just replace all four, even though those front ones are almost new. But we'll see. Yes, it is registered. There's my license plate number if you want to stalk me. And it really looks like I went four-wheeling, which I kind of did, but not to any real extreme. Just made a day trip up to Sonora, and I decided to go through a mud pit, and I got stuck. So I got myself out, fortunately. There's no one else up there this time of year. But anyways, I bet that did wonders for those old tires. And of course, there's a couple odds and ends wrong with this one. To check engine lights on for unknown reasons, but it's not my car, so I'm not going to worry about it. I did take the odometer all apart today and repair it. Or the speedometer, odometer. I took it, everything was on the hood, but... So yeah. And my brother's truck. It's a Dodge. Very nice Dodge indeed. I'll say that. Anyways, there we go. Of course, it's a work truck, so it's going to have its scuffs and whatnot. Trailer hitch, of course. So you can haul all your goodies. All of your goodies. And I think that's about it for this time. Not really a whole lot for me to update on. I don't work on the cars as much as I used to. It's just don't really have the interest. Maybe I will later on, but right now I just don't. So, talk to you later.